In this all-important episode of Genius Digital Marketing, we're going to be talking about ROI, specifically how you measure and forecast return on investment from digital marketing. All right, the first and most foundational component of measuring ROI is your revenues. So for every dollar that you collect as a company, you want to know three things. You want to know what list it came from, what content drove the lead to be created, and where the lead came from in terms of channel. These are really, really important variables because each one of these variables can be iterated and adjusted on to change your performance and ultimately to increase and maximize your ROI. All right, now that we've set the stage for measuring return on investment, we need to look at and consider three other all-important variables when it comes to calculating your ROI and then ultimately measuring the value of a digital marketing campaign. Okay, the second thing that you have to be sure you're measuring, sales cycle. Time is money. The longer you have to pay a sales rep, the longer that sales cycle and that sales process takes, the less profit you're going to make. And so you need to look at what list, content, and channel has the lowest sales cycle. You want deals to close fast at the highest possible amount. All right, number three, you got to take into consideration your lifetime value, specifically recurring revenues and or repeat revenues or purchases. This is the all-important variable in software as a service businesses and in so many different types of businesses because customers are loyal to brands. And if you can get a steady stream of monthly or quarterly or annual revenues, or you can get a steady stream of people coming back and buying your products on a regular basis, weekly, monthly, yearly, whatever, your company is worth way more. And that list, that content, or that channel that drove that lead is a much better source. All right. The last variable you have to consider when you're calculating your ROI is churn. How many of those deals ultimately cancel or request a refund? You got to take this into consideration. This is really important. When you are when you're running your reports, when you're looking at your pivot tables, however you're going to do it in terms of calculations, you've got to measure churn. Ultimately, if your company is looking to be acquired, if you want to just know what your evaluation is, what your forecasted revenues will be in the future, there's only a couple of things that matter. Your historical revenues, your sales cycle, how much recurring revenue you have, and your churn percentage. The last thing I want to make sure that I mention is, unlike any other channel, once you figure out your ROI, once you make all these adjustments over the course of 3, 6, 9, 12 months, you can scale. So you can basically say, I spent $10,000 last month on digital marketing. Now I'm going to 10x that. I'm going to spend $100,000, and you will receive 10x the revenues. This is an incredible reality, and it is absolutely the power of digital marketing. Make sure that you watch the next video when we're going to talk about how sales organizations can communicate back with marketing organizations to make sure that these all-important iterations happen in real time to get you the profits and the ROI that you're looking for as fast as possible. Thank you. See you on the next episode.